Good morning, welcome back. My name is Emily Webster. I am a 5th year second grade teacher in North Texas, and welcome to A Week in My Life. It is currently April 29th on a Monday, and we have 4 weeks left of school. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. We have 4 weeks left of school, and this week is going to be a really fun week. I am helping with interviews during the school day, and after the school day, I'm making a visit to another campus. We're going on a field trip tomorrow to go see a magic show, and what else is happening? Trying to think of anything else. It's a very jam-packed week, so I cannot wait to take you along for the ride. It is currently 6:59, so I need to get inside and make sure everything is in tip-top working condition for the day, but I'm just so pumped for all the reasons. One, because there's 4 weeks left of school, and yeah, that seems like a lot, but really it's only 20 school days. And when you factor in that we have the last day of school on there, that's a half day, we have field day, and for the last 2 weeks, we're doing our themed days, and I cannot wait to tell you all about that. So let's get inside and get our Monday started. So I just got into the classroom, and I have some bad news. I have a shower caddy that normally sits on my whiteboard right here, but it fell off. This hasn't happened since I did classroom setup, and I think what happens is when it gets really humid, it doesn't have as much sticky. So I have to fix that. So I'm gonna prop you up while I go fix that. Monday. You saw earlier when I came in, my shower caddy had fallen off, and I fixed it, and then it fell off 3 more times today. So I am just kind of letting it sit. I remembered with those command strips, you kind of have to let them sit for a little while before you hang anything on them. So I'm just kind of letting it sit, having it do its thing. So that was fun. I'm thankful that it didn't fall while I was teaching, because then a bunch of kids would have gotten hurt. So there's that. But our behaviors were definitely, like I said, it's definitely a Monday. We were definitely on another level, but I will walk you through what we did today. So for reading, we actually started with a new set of slides. We started with some structured literacy slides. They were very long, but it was a great cumulative review of all of the things that we have done so far in our phonics time. So we manipulated phonemes, we built words, we talked about chunking out our words, and it was really good. They really enjoyed it, but they didn't like how long it was. Then we reread the story, Big Red Lollipop, and we talked about realistic fiction and all about what that genre entails. So as we read, we went through and we identified what makes this a realistic fiction text. Wow, that's hard to say. After they read, their independent practice activity was a trifold Big Red Lollipop. I can link where I got this. This has been really great. It's been helping us just stay on track. We do one of these every single week, and I got it off TPT, and it just goes really well with the book. I will say the page numbers don't always line up, but it's great for them to be able to practice their inferencing skills and their comprehension skills, and they really enjoy it. I can hand them this and hand them the book, and they know what they're doing. In writing, we finished up, we did 2 things. One, actually, I can walk you over here. One, we made this anchor chart right here over skills that we've learned recently. That is really not a great angle. Let me flip you around. And after we were done with that, I had them write in their notebooks about what skills they needed to master before they could master those specific skills. So their prompt for this unit, they're writing an opinion essay, and I need to find it. I'm pretty sure I want to say the prompt is, in order to achieve something new, you have to be able to believe in yourself. Is this true? Why or why not? So they have to give their opinion on that statement. And our mentor text for this unit is The Dot, which we've read before, but it was way back in September. So I'm excited to go back and read that later on this week. But we did that, and then other friends finished up their personal narratives about a time that they tried something new that they were scared to try. So this one says, what teacher or which teacher will I get? This one says the first day of school, going to Six Flags. Look how cute that is. He drew all that confetti. Oh, jet ski time. This is all about first time on a jet ski. What else? I had a girl write about her first time on the Mount Everest roller coaster at Disneyland or Disney World. Disney World, that's where it's from. So that's what we did in writing. In math, we started a new problem solving packet. So hand to mind problem solving that we've been doing every single day as our warm up. So now we started this packet instead. So it's just one page that they have to do every day. This is the one that we went over. So they do one every single day, and I think this should take us to the end of the year. And I love this because it's spiraled review. So we did graphing, fact families, addition and subtraction with your grouping, place value. It was perfect. I loved this. And then for our whole group lesson, we talked about measurement. We introduced measurement. We started that unit today. We talked all about what measurement is, why we measure, different ways we can measure, and then we talked about standard units and non-standard units. So for their explore piece today, I had them at their desks. I gave them various objects. I had these little chip counters. I had mini erasers that were different sea animals, dominoes, and I think that was it, at their desks. And I would say, okay, I want you to measure the books that are at your desk, which was really fun because all the books were different lengths. And so some of them would be like, if they had the erasers, they would say, my book is 7 seahorses long, but it is 6 fish long because the erasers are different sizes. So that was really fun. And then for their practice activity, they did this. They cut off the Unifix cubes at the bottom and then the paper clips, and then they used that to measure these. So simple practice. Tomorrow we bust out the rulers, and I'm a little nervous, but you know, it's fine. And then for science, hold on. We actually did an in-class experiment, and I'm actually excited to see how this goes. Each group planted some bean seeds inside of here, and we filled this out. Don't laugh at my drawings. I was doing it very quickly. So we have different conditions. So plant A will be soil, water, and light, but no air. I'm gonna zip it up in a baggie. We have 2 of those. Plant B is soil, water, air, no light. So I'm gonna lock it away in a cabinet. Soil, or plant C, is soil, air, light, and very cold water to water. And then plant D is just our control group. So that's what we're doing in science. And they had to make a prediction on whether or not they think it'll grow and draw a before and after picture. And it was time to go outside, so we were rushing through this. And then, oh, tomorrow, I'm very excited. So tomorrow we're going to a magic show, which I'm so pumped because tomorrow is another state testing day. It's our last one, and we're going to a magic show, and we're going in the afternoon. So we're gonna eat lunch in our classrooms. We're all gonna dress up. It is our last trip of the year, so that's kind of sad, but I'm very excited. It's gonna be a great day, but I'm gonna be exhausted. And then tomorrow after school, I'm helping with interviews this morning. Also, my earrings are glue bottles. I should have pointed these out this morning, but I forgot, and I absolutely love them. If you know where to get fun teacher earrings, you let me know because I just want to get all of them. So now let's get home and go see my husband because he got home early, and of course, the time he gets home early is the day that I had to stay after school for a meeting. So, anywho, let's get home. Happy Tuesday. It's field trip day, so you know I'm in my field trip shirt. Also, there's Tutu back there. Hold on, we gotta start this day off right with a coffee. Cheers. I had been telling my husband that I am trying to cut it down to about 1 cup a day, but here recently I've been having 2 cups a day because your girl is tired. So this day is going to be chaotic, and this whole week is going to be a little chaotic. So today is field trip day. It's also state testing day. That's the reason we're going on a field trip, is so that way we're out and about for a little while everyone is star testing, which will be nice. We're going to a magic show, and we're going to the later showing, which I actually think will be better because when we get back, it'll be time for recess, and that'll be great. So I'm really excited. This morning, we're also taking our own testing. We're going to do our map testing today to get it out of the way, and it keeps them quiet. So I need to go in, and something that I do is I write down their goal score on a sticky note, and they leave that sticky note on the corner of their desk, and they reference back to that of like, oh, that's the score that I need to get. And it kind of just helps them visualize what it is that they're working for. So I need to go in and do that. What else? Oh, and then after school today, I am participating in 3 interviews, and I will be here till 6:15. But I think my principal said she's ordering pizza, so fingers crossed that happens, because, you know, you can't beat pizza. I'm really stoked that we have an interview committee now, because at my old campus, we had an interview committee, and you were asked to be a part of it, and I loved it. I loved being able to interview, and I think that there is something so valuable when you have teachers that are not on the grade level that you're hiring for help with the interview process to make sure that they fit the school and the school culture. So to me, that's a big deal. Anyway, I really enjoy that, and I think it's amazing. And tomorrow I have a GLC meeting after school, so another long afternoon. Thursday, I am babysitting after school for a family that is going to a concert that my husband and I really want to go to. So I'm so sad that they're going to it and I'm babysitting, but honestly, it's fine because my husband is on call, so we wouldn't be able to go. And then Friday, I tutor after school, and that's it. And Saturday, I'm babysitting for a different family. So everything is just happening. Last night was my one night to just enjoy being off, and we did that. My husband and I watched the Quiet on Set documentary, and I had watched it prior, and so I watched it again with him, and you know, there's just some interesting things on there. So anyhow, yeah, let's get inside and get all of the goal scores written down on sticky notes. Wednesday. Can you believe it's already Wednesday? Because I can't. Last night, I did not check in after school because I left school, I kid you not, at 7:07. So interviews ended at 6. My principal did buy us pizza, which was great. She bought us each our own individual pizza, and it was just fantastic. Best thing ever. I seriously love interviews. I love asking interview questions and writing people's answers and just like seeing the administrative stuff behind the scenes. I have no desire ever to be a principal. My principal yesterday told me to never say never, so I'm not going to say never, but I will say at this current point in time, I have no desire to be a principal. I would love to just be a teacher for the rest of my life, and I know that sounds crazy, especially in today's teaching climate, but I'd love to be a teacher forever, and that's saying something considering this is my 5th year. So do the math and you'll figure out when my first year was and why that's surprising that I'm saying that. So anyhow, it is Wednesday. It is library day. We need to catch up on math. So yesterday because we went to the magic show, which by the way, I really enjoyed it. My team did not all enjoy it, but I thought it was great. There wasn't really much magic. It was more of like an illusionist than a magic show, but I was happy to get out of the school on a testing day. So, we're looking at the positives here. So today, I need to rewind. We need to go over our math unit. So yesterday we did measurement and I bombed it. It was, do you measure in inches, feet, or yards? And I did it completely wrong. So I need to reteach it today for myself and for the kids. So we need to do that today. It's Muffins with Mom Day, so it's going to be packed with people, so I need to get in pretty quick here. Muffins with Mom Day, last year, they were wrapped around the building, and it was just chaos. And then library, and I also need to make some reading copies. Big yikes. There's a lot that I need to do when I get inside, but honestly, for getting home late last night, I'm pretty chipper today, so that's fantastic. Hey, good morning, happy Thursday. My goal today is to go inside and really take you along for the entire day of mine. I realized something last night when I was looking over my YouTube analytics and a video that I posted on Sunday for my productive day in the life last week. So if you haven't watched that, please go watch it because I think it's great. It's one that I'm probably the most proud of right now. Go watch that video. It's doing really, really well. And the reason that I think it's doing well is I'm not merely just talking at you from my car. I am actually taking you along for my day, and I need to do more of that, and I need to be better about that, and we're reflecting and we're growing, and it's totally fine. So anywho, I am going to take you along today for all the teacher things. It's a Thursday, which means I need to stuff Thursday folders to go home. I need to file some papers to go home. I need to prep for a sub because I am out tomorrow. More to come about that later. And I just need to take you along for what we're doing and show you what we're doing today. So let's get inside. Let's do that. Ooh, I also need to check a test score. I need to go do that. So let's go get inside and get today going. Also, I have some new earrings to share. They are little cats inside of a coffee cup. They're so cute. So again, if you have any good, cute earring recommendations, you let me know because I need all of the earrings. I'm in an earring kick just as much of a YouTube kick. So let's get inside. Right. Okay, it is now planning time. I'm checking in the room because we're trying to be better about checking in. So for reading today, let's rewind. For SEL time today, we talked about cooperation. We watched a short video about cooperation, and then we did a little passage together where we read it together, and then we talked about how we could help a friend build their reading stamina and how cooperation is helpful in that. So that's what we did. Simple, easy peasy. And then for reading, we reread the story Picture Day Perfection, and we did one of these. These are my extra copies. We did one of these little trifold activities. We've been doing these quite a lot. I actually have a ton that I have to grade, but I really like them because it forces them to really use their higher order thinking skills, and the questions are very similar week to week because we bought them from the same person, and so they're very familiar now with how to fill this out, and it's helping them like think about it a little bit more. It's just like a step, it goes deeper into their comprehension, which I really appreciate. So like, for example, down here it says, how can you tell that this is realistic fiction? And they have to give examples from the text as to why it's realistic fiction. And that's been our whole focus this week. And then it asks them how they know it's in third person, what's the conflict of the story. And I realized that even though we've said this a ton, that I need to go back and next year, and even some this year, go back and hone in on what like all fiction stories have. So they have characters, a setting, a problem, and a resolution. And I need to talk about conflict and resolution, and how conflict and problem are synonyms for each other, and that resolution and solution are synonyms for each other, because I had so many friends come up to me and ask me what a conflict meant or what a resolution meant. So we need to focus on that. But my plan, my plan for planning today is to go through this ginormous stack of papers to grade, and hopefully get all of it graded and passed back and put into folders. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking. It's just going to be a time lapse of me doing all of this stuff, and then we can talk if there's time. So anyway, cheers, because I didn't give one of those earlier. In my W mug, I am slowly but surely starting to get used to the name Webster, and if I just little touches here and there help me get used to it. Like last week, I had a bridal shower at school. I know it's like after the wedding, but a long story short, it just worked out to do it that way because I was having it in conjunction with another coworker. So anyway, all of the cards said Mrs. Webster, and that just made it a little bit more real, and we're slowly but surely coming to terms with the fact that that is my new last name. So let's grade some papers. Some energy. Okay, maybe it was a little ambitious. Definitely only made a small dent in my giant stack, but I think I'm gonna take some papers home this weekend and grade a little bit while I'm home. So I'm going to pass what I have back so far, and then if I have time, which I probably won't, I'll stuff folders. But if I don't have enough time, then I will stuff folders for the first 10 minutes of lunch and then go have lunch with my team. So let's get these in the student mailbox. Okay, at this point, I'm just going to assume that I have an after-school meeting that I forget about. So I participated in interviews after school today. That's really all I can say about it, but I participated in interviews after school. They went great, but I didn't know that I had it because I thought that it got canceled, and it did not. So anyway, here I am, but I need to get set for a sub. Tomorrow's plans should be pretty easy because tomorrow is STEAM day. So up here, we have all the materials that we're gonna need for tomorrow, and so I just need to make a sub plan that says here is when lunch is, here's when specials is, here's when recess is, here's how we get home, and that they need to actively monitor while the students are working. So we're gonna sit down and make that very quickly, and then like tidy up a bit in here. It's like actually not that bad looking. We're gonna tidy up in here, and then we are going to go home because I am tired and exhausted. So, oh, also the folders that you saw me stuffing earlier today, the system that I have is in this crate. That's where the folders live. And on Thursdays, I put the crate over in our, I call this the info center. And I just will leave the crate right here, and they plop their folders at the back. This is not a good angle. They plop their folders at the back whenever they come in on Friday mornings, and that's our routine. I need better file folders. These were already in the room, like this crate was not, but these folders were already in the room, but they don't, like, I don't know if you can see that, they don't stick on properly. So if you have any good recommendations for file folders, let me know so I can buy a better set of those. So let's get these plans written so I can go home. Forget how much you do as a teacher, write sub plans, and then you remember how much you do. So I'm gonna do my best to show you what these plans look like. This is gonna look a little strange because tomorrow is STEAM day, so I don't really have to include a lot of the heavy lifting, but I'll show you what the format of my sub plans looks like. So let me flip you around. Okay, so here are my sub plans. There's something up here that's just like a getting to know like the class and thank you for being our sub, but here's our morning routine. Here's what we do for SEL, and I like to break it up like this with the times, but you'll see I don't have the times throughout here simply because they're doing the same thing all day. So then we have our reading block. It just says monitor STEAM activities. When specials is, actually I need to go up and update that time because that's not specials, but it says where they go, what we're doing for Explorer time, when lunch is, science, recess, closing circle, and then that's basically it. So that's how I like to structure it. Template is from Pocketful of Primary. I absolutely adore this template. It has honestly made writing subplans just so seamless. So I will link that down below for you because it is like, it makes me dread writing subplans so much less, like really, truly. Okay, so now the last step is for me to print a couple copies, one to go in my sub binder, one to go on my desk, and then to place it into our Google Drive so that way they have it. And then I need to print off a couple of things just so that way there's extra work in case anybody chooses to not be on task tomorrow. I have work for them, but hopefully, fingers crossed. They've been great for every sub that I've had, and poor kids, they've had subs. Let me count. I had one at the beginning of the year. I had 2 before my wedding. I had a sick day. I had one for my sister, and this is my 6th. So this is my 6th absence. Actually, no, it's my 7th absence of the school year. I have never missed that many days of school before. So I'm pretty well versed in these sub plans this year. So anyway, let's get these all squared away. It is currently 5:22. So my plan is to be out of here by 5:45. Let's see if I can do it. So normally what it looks like is this with all the papers like scattered around with sticky notes with what they need. But really, truly, it's just this, those extra papers, and then everything up there. That is for them tomorrow, and I don't really want to take it down because I don't know what they need and when they need it. So it's just gonna stay up there and they can grab it when they need it. But yep, that is how I set for a sub. And now it is time to go home. Thankfully, my husband actually got the time off, so he's gonna go with me tomorrow, and we're gonna go spend some time with my grandma together. So yeah, it'll be quite nice, but let's get out of here and go home. Also, a tribute to these bears. They look so cute. Tomorrow, I was gonna do like a little travel vlog, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? We'll see.